What's going on, everybody? My name is Mario. This is a channel all about amusement park type stuff, but mostly coasters. And today we're at Kentucky Kingdom. I've been to this park in 2018, absolutely loved it. I'm happy to be back. Let's go have a fun day. They have added a new coaster since I've been here, Kentucky Flyer, their small little gravity group, which looks like a lot of fun. So far today, seeing one train operations for Lightning Run, which is one of their star attractions. It already has a full queue line. Not fantastic first impressions straight out the gate, to be honest. One disappointment and change as of recent too is the closure of their water coaster. I mean, if you guys saw me at Holiday World, you know I love water coasters, but that's closed for good now. But enough whining. We're gonna head to Storm Chaser, one of my favorite roller coasters in the world, because it's in the back of the park, so hopefully fewer people have gone back there. Storm Chaser front row was phenomenal, especially for this early in the day. Wowee, fantastic sustained ejector. A ton of other pops, a very aggressive ejector airtime. It's just a wild ride. I love it so much. So we got off a second ride. There's still nobody back here. In the back, it's still really, really good. Everything just feels more natural in the front to me, while also being more aggressive. So there's not really much that I like more in the back. I think everything is better in the front for me personally. Hitting the hills, you just pop out sooner and stay out longer, and that's just what I like. One thing that I am really liking about this park so far is, even though it is in a city, it still has some nice shading and greenery around the park, which is really awesome. We're walking in this midway completely covered with shade. That's a very nice contrast to yesterday, where we were in sun for like half of the day. So I really love that. Next, we're going on one of two wooden coasters at the park, Thunder Run. This is not a very talked about wooden coaster, but I find it to be very, very fun. So I'm excited to get back on it. We've been on a lot of wooden coasters so far this trip, so it'll kind of just blend right into those, I'm assuming. But regardless, I think it's gonna be a fun time. Dude, Thunder Run is so fun. Don't count that thing out. Definitely sit towards the front because it can be a little shaky. And also the airtime is so good up there. I don't know, I like it like more than Raven at Holiday World, I think. It just has some really solid floaty pops of airtime, some intense turns. It's a fun time. So after Thunder Run, we were hungry, so we grabbed some pizza from Swamp Water Jack's. And it was honestly pretty darn good, especially for theme park food. Pizza at theme parks can sometimes be pretty crappy, to be honest, but this was really yummy. And since we split it amongst 3 people, this was not a bad price at all. Definitely a satisfying little food stop. So next we're gonna go on the only coaster that I haven't been on at this park yet, Kentucky Flyer, which is a small little gravity group wooden roller coaster. And I'm super excited for this, not only for the ride itself, but this will be my 250th roller coaster. And this is their newest roller coaster. So they are actually running 2 trains on it, which is really nice. Let's go see how it is. So Kentucky Flyer was a lot of fun. It was not the most intense thing in the world, but it was really smooth and comfortable. There were a lot of pops of floaty kind of ejector airtime, a lot of abrupt bursts, but still very comfortable and suitable for children. A great family ride, but still thoroughly enjoyable for a more seasoned coaster rider. I thought it was a ton of fun. I was more than happy that that was my 250th coaster. Unfortunately though, or maybe for the better for me since I've already been on it, T3 is closed. So I at least can save my legs some damage. I guess we're gonna go wait it out in the long Lightning Run line now. run. That was insanely fun. Significantly better than I remember. We got a couple of back row rides with a little bit of weather delay in between. It is just non-stop, aggressively and very forcefully throwing you out of your seat. Some really whippy turns in there as well. It was running like a bat out of hell. Genuinely phenomenal. I think it has definitely shot up a little bit in my overall ranking of coasters. And it was just so good. But after that, we're gonna go back on Storm Chaser because there's less of a line. Yeah, so Storm Chaser runs much more aggressively later in the day. It's so nice, dude. I mean, it just brutally throws you out of your seat. If you like intense airtime, this is without a doubt the ride for you. Now we're gonna do something we haven't done much this trip and take a little coaster break and do a flat ride. Scream Extreme. It's like a new age enterprise. It's called an Endeavor, made by Zamperla. It looks really fun. I remember it being really fun. Let's go have some fun. That was fun. Like going up to the sky like this and being like, wow, pretty clouds and super floaty. And then you go down and you like fall into your seat and then you hit positives, getting like squished. Yeah, good description.
It was like you were going in a spaceship up to the space, and then you hit the space, and then you go back to space, and then you go to space, and then you come back to space.
Next, we're going on Free Fall, this tiny little Larson drop tower, the exact same as the one that we rode at Waldemere in Pennsylvania. Oh, there we go. It makes you poop yourself a little bit. It just doesn't give you any warning before it drops, and before you know it, you're on the ground, and it slows down like so quickly. I mean, you probably saw from the video that I filmed. That's super fun. Next, I think we're gonna hit up Cyclos because I like that a lot, and I wanna do it again. Cyclos was intense. There's some parts where you're dangling upside down and you are just fully on your shoulders, staring at the ground. And then when you swing back towards the ground, just all the blood rushes to your feet. It is very, very intense, but also very, very fun when it's not being bone-crushing intensity. Lots of fun. Don't recommend it unless you're looking for something very intense. But for our last ride of the day, we're gonna end on a high note with Lightning Run, because it's lightning fun. Am I right? So after one last fantastic ride on Lightning Run, it's hard. Everything's storm related at this park, including the weather itself. We got one last fantastic ride is the word on Lightning Run. Me and Zach sat front row. It's a bit different up there. You obviously get better visuals. The drop is not as good, but you do get to like dangle out of the edge. And a lot of the smaller hills are a lot punchier. So if you like more punchy, aggressive airtime, I'd say sit in the front. But if you want more airtime overall, sit in the back. Liked it better in the back. Overall, this park was a lot of fun. The weather was pretty good. Got a little burnt because they also don't have free sunscreen anymore, which is a bit of a sad face. So there were some ups and downs, fitting for a park with roller coasters. But anyway, I'm done rambling now. Go ahead and like the video if you liked it. Subscribe and turn on notifications for more content like this. And until next time, this is the end of the video.